Hi everyone, I am kind of liking this format because I'm able to look at what I want to do. We're using the Ring the Armed and Gorgeous palette by Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. And this is what it looks like on the inside. I have swatches on my arm. And I already picked out the eye look. As you can tell, this time I didn't do a cut crease using concealer. I am just going to do it normal for those of you that just want to see how I normally do it. So, but I like this because I could show you the colors. I could focus more on what I'm doing for you because I already know what I did. Does that make sense? First, let's go ahead and brush this brow. This brow has been having issues the past couple of days. And that is why I laid out the Anastasia Brow Wiz Brow Gel. Oh, and I forgot to put it on when I did my brows. I like the fact that I'm able to concentrate more on a tutorial type thing than, okay, what am I going to do with this? Does that make sense? Let's go ahead and try to dry that up. All right. I didn't put any setting spray on yet either. I just realized that. So if I look a little powdery, it's okay. I haven't put setting spray on yet. Okay, like I said yesterday, when you're looking at a palette, look at your skin tone. Now this one would be hard for anybody, but darker skin tones would probably use some of these two right here, like really dark skin tones. May be able to use those two for transition shades, but the only lighter one is this one. It's called Access, and that's the one I used. And this color just barely is supposed to show up. Gonna be slightly darker, if not the same as your skin tone. Like you could see, it's slightly darker, and you just lay that down. Okay, the next color I used for the crease shade, you can use the ones that the darker skin shades would use, or you could go into the green or these two. You just want to darken the crease. You want it to be darker. You want it to be where the color starts to really pop. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to be cleaning some brushes tonight because Morphe shadows are really good. I used this brush yesterday and today, and at first I accidentally used it for my over here, and it made it look green. Okay, so the color I went into for this, I believe, is Secure. Hold on. The normal Eric wants something. You gonna say hi? Oh, no, he ain't gonna say hi. So I'm going in with, yeah, Secure is what I use. So it's like this orange color here. So we're gonna take that on a crease brush. You could use a crease brush like I used to use this one as a crease brush. And the way you find your crease, see, like mine's right there. When my eyes are open, it creases right there. When they're closed, you could kind of see it still. But I always start, if you watch, I'd start with it open. And then I close it once I know I'm in the crease. And another way to find it, don't poke yourself in the eye too hard, is see right there, right above the eyeball. It's really soft. That's where your eyelid goes into. That's your crease. If you can't openly see it, like you can on mine, then that's how you could find it if you're unsure. Is just kind of take and watch for the soft parts. See, like if you push here, it don't really go nowhere. And then right there, you start to see it go in. Right here, it don't really. And this is just tapping lightly. So don't poke yourself in the eye and get mad at me because I told you to do it. You could also use your finger. You could tell where your eyeball is, and you could tell where it creases. So now that the eye is open, you can seriously build the color up. Like so. You want to be able to see it when your eye is open. All right, the next shade I used is Coin. I kept going back and forth. Let me see if you can see this. I kept thinking these two, and then when I put that one on there, I was like, no, that's more of an inner corner highlight because it's barely noticeable. It's more like, or a highlight, honestly, because it kind of reminds me of like a shade I would use for a highlighter. Along with this one, the VIP, that is, Guilt Trip is the gold one, and VIP is the white one. And they are beautiful shades. They could be used for your eye if you're lighter skin tone. They could be used for, or darker skin tone, because it would really pop. Okay, so we're going to take a flat brush, like this. And without putting anything down, you can put something down if you want, but you can make a half cut crease like I normally do without any concealer. It may not be as straight lined as it would be if you use a concealer or a cut crease thing, but canvas, I believe it was called. And I just tap it in there. And this color is really good because, as you can see, I don't have to use my finger to get it in there and on there. And I tapped it all the way into and above the crease. And I just barely light movements with the brush. Just really light tapping motions. It's not showing up as well on my hand. Yeah, there it is. Just light tapping motions and the color goes on. And you don't get any fallout underneath. Just very lightly tap. Okay, now we're going to take, I went in with the green color on the outer corner. And I pulled it in, you'll see in a second. And I pulled it into the crease a little bit on the outer V. This color is a little powdery, so you do want to tap it. Let me show you. I didn't do it that time. There we go. So you don't want all that going down unless you do, unless you're in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, you get more color payoff if you don't tap it at first. But I don't like to do that, because I like for it to be able to be built up the way I want it and not just have a glob of color right there all of a sudden. I noticed when I was putting that down, it had kind of a different. So like you take this is my way of doing it. Everybody has their own way of doing this. And I'm just building it up. And I'm making sure to tap it on the actual gold color so that the line is not as harsh. Just very small movements like that to kind of, this line right here, I could not get it to look better. I don't know why. To me, it looks fine unless you get real close, and actually it doesn't look bad. So we're building this up, and we pull it across just a little, not a lot, because you don't want to pull it across a lot unless you do, like so. And then you go back in with this brush and go into Secure, tap some of it off, and you want to make sure you have that crease defined still. See, this eye, it takes pigment better. That's why I do that eye off camera now. And this is actually doing more of what I want it to do than this one did. So that has to do with the eye, not the skill, actually, because it's, if y'all seen me do more looks on here where I've done both eyes at the same time, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen this eye do whatever it wants. All right, now I did notice that the green color is not as built up on this side, but we are going to take now this little flat brush and we're going to go into Top Secret. And we're going to put some of that color down on the bottom lash line. And we kind of want to connect it at the side to the upper portion. All right. Then we're going to take this and go into Top Secret also and give it just a little more smoky look. I didn't do the bottom lash when I put the mascara on over there. All right, I'm just kind of filling it in. And when you notice kind of like it looks a little harsh up there, take your original brush, tap some of that original color on it, and go across that just to kind of lighten it. Then you could take it down here. This is the original color, the transition color. There we go. All right, now I took a gold Urban Decay Hex Remedy. Sorry, it felt like I was choking. Space Dust is what it's called. And I took it and I tight lined the top. Go as close to your lashes as you possibly can. Look like it globbed right there. It's very, very soft. But you could use any goldy, light gold color. I like it because it kind of brightens the eyes without making it look white. You see what I mean? All right, then I took the eyelash curler and I curled the lashes like so. Oh, wait, we did forget one part. I went in with VIP. So far, this is the transition. This is the crease, outer V, lid color. This is what we're going to use as the inner corner highlight and the, and I go across a little bit on the bottom. Especially since that gold was so soft that it kind of went everywhere. And put that up there to highlight the brow bone. Make sure they match. Okay, now we're gonna take, I use Smashbox Full Exposure. Sorry about the whistle. Remember I said I forgot to do the lower lashes on that side? And I flipped it just a little to get to fresh mascara. If you do that, you don't have to worry about dipping it back in necessarily. See that Bare Minerals one didn't work like that yesterday. It didn't show my lashes as good. Okay, and now I got some Ofra Long Lasting Lipstick in Mina. We're gonna go in with this Kylie Red lip liner lightly because I don't really want it to show up too much red. I put the X up there because that's contouring. It kind of makes the lips look plumper. And then I take the lipstick. And kind of fill in the lines. All right, and if you notice, like right here, there's a little mistake. So you take like a lip brush. This is a BH Cosmetics lip brush. Especially with dark colors. And since that kind of evened it out, and there you go. That's the final look. I really love this palette also. I've never had a problem with Morphe shadows. They do their job and they stay on, that's for sure. But I was able to get the colors off of my eyes. But let's put the setting spray on. Still using the Skin & Co. I really love this. It feels so refreshing on the skin. And if you want to ensure you meld it all together. And I will try to do just a plain makeup, face makeup tutorial if y'all want. People have been asking how to use eyeshadows. I'm also going to try to grab some of my cheaper drugstore palettes. I mean, these palettes are $15 a piece. They're not on sale anymore. So it's kind of like, because NYX has palettes for 15 bucks, 12 bucks. So these are, in my opinion, type of drugstore. But this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want me to focus more on certain aspects of it, please let me know in the description bar. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.